On this episode of Lapeef, Let's Talk.
Samuels or Derrick Jackson?
I can't hold you. There's so many variables in that.
Yeah,
I don't.
well, I mean, it depends on who you mean. I mean, what's your standard for quality? Like,
Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
because you can say that. Some will say that if you.
Okay.
Oh.
So let's just look at the audience, right? So the audience of women that appreciated Kevin Samuels, the Melody Kings, or let's just say that. And then the quality of women that was overall on Derrick Jackson, taking heed to every single word to make them feel good. And if you have an idea of what type of woman was over there eating it all up, and when I say eating it, specifically women that eat.
No, you make a good point.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, like for example, my wife loved Kevin Samuels.
Yeah, I've got something to say. I've got something to say.
Hold on, Broken Dusty. Okay, Mrs. Let me go ahead and play a clip to give a little more context to this.
He'll say he had lunch or whatever. We had a lunch meeting, and I'm like, "Oh, you with Adam or with someone else?" Or I'll say like, "With Adam or with such and such," and he'll be like, "Neither."
And then he don't say nothing else. You know I want to know. You know I want to know. And you're bright enough to understand that I want to know who you sat and broke bread with.
Hold on.
You absolutely. For sure.
So okay, this is what I'm saying though. If you want to know who I had lunch with, say, who did you have lunch with? If the question asked is, did you have lunch with Adam or Tony? Neither is the answer.
But if you know that I want to know who, and I thought it was Adam or so-and-so.
I would know that if you said, who did you have lunch with?
But that's what I'm asking. That's absolutely what I'm asking.
But you're not.
It
That's
is.
not what you asked.
Totally. It's insane. It's insane. It's amazing.
No, you don't get that. That's not the question that you asked.
That's not the question that you
asked.
Thank you.
In your head, and the question. No. The question in your head does not equal the question that comes out of your mouth.
But
guys,
it's the same.
Guys, how can we grow from this? We want to know as much as you can tell me.
What kind of... That's why communication is very important first. Two, like maybe maybe because I'm very blunt. Like if you want to know something, just ask them straightforward. Like men can't read your minds. How was he supposed to know you wanted the whole alphabet? Like that doesn't make any sense. Like stop trying to beat around the bush. Like because that really wasn't you was trying to. Sorry, my phone's going off. Trying to get to it first. Just ask him who did you have lunch with? Like it's not that hard. Like that's why communication can be a make or break in relationships in general. Like I don't.
Yeah, Q, and nobody is a mind reader, so you gotta ask directly. I agree.
That video funny.
But see, a lot of people want people to be mind readers. They really do. Like they do. And it's just not possible. How are you really truly going to know how I feel if you don't ask? And if I don't ask, I really don't give a shit. Really. And we don't need to be together because I don't care enough to ask.
I want to ask Logic something, going back to what he was saying. Women, why do men lie? The question that
is, what's our safe word? We're gonna have a safe word. We need a safe word. What's our safe word?
Yeah, we said gap.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So gap is safe word. All right. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Okay. Yeah. So if men want and need women to respect them, how can women respect men that lie?
Mm-hmm.
That's the question.
They can't.
Right. So let's just take it to like a Kevin Samuels and a Derrick Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin Samuels, straightforward, honest. Derrick Jackson, pander, feelings, lie. Who has more respect, do you think, for women? Or just in general?
I say Kevin Samuels.
So, and Kevin didn't get big just off men. It was women that was always on his platform trying to get validation from him. Women want honesty. Even though you might see pushback, at the end of the day, we want to be with a man that we can respect.
Mm-hmm. No.
So you have to be honest.
Oh,
so,
go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I'm saying what you absolutely saying is right for YouTube, but in a relationship, the dynamics change. The thing is if we're talking about YouTube personalities, a lot of times, if you want to be honest, which one got the most disrespect between KS and Derrick Jackson? From the women.
Women?
Yes, from the women. Which one got the most disrespect?
Women. Kevin.
So now, by your same logic, if it's disrespect, it's not respect. So ideally, in a perfect scenario, they should have respected Kevin Samuels for telling the truth, but they respected Derrick Jackson for telling a lie. And that's the same, and all that. And I'm glad you brought that point up, because that immediately proved my point that Kevin Samuels should have been the top person for all women. But as we can see, the top for women would be Derrick Jackson that lied to them, preachers, everybody that lied. I'm serious. Everybody that lied to black women are their number one. People who don't tell them the truth, people who don't keep them accountable, people don't hold them firm to the same rules that they present themselves. Black women disrespect them.
So let's keep with that, because that's good. So
yeah.
No, because I like where we're going. I like where we're going here, Logic.
The word work, but go ahead.
I like where we're going here. So now let's think of the quality of woman. Who do you think would have the better quality of a woman? A Kevin Samuels or a Derrick Jackson?
I can't hold you. There's so many variables in that.
Well, I mean, it depends on who you mean. I mean, what's your standard for quality? Like, I mean, because you can say that. Some will say that if you.
So let's just look at the audience, right? So the audience of women that appreciated Kevin Samuels, the Melody Kings, let's just say that. And then the quality of woman that was over all on Derrick Jackson, taking heed to every single word to make them feel good. And if you have an idea of what type of woman was over there eating it all up, and when I say eating it, specifically women that eat.
No, you make a good point.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, like for example, my wife loved Kevin Samuels.